Mark Thompson Show. It is Friday, and on Fridays, we like to check in with someone who is on the front page of the Marina Times. There's a couple of pieces in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a prolific writer, a brilliant monitor of culture, of music, of movies. He comes to us on a rainbow, an array of sunshine. Is Michael Snyder, everyone.
Hey,
Come
Michael.
on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, my God. What a celestial week. The supermoon was looming large over the city last night.
Oh, was that a supermoon?
Yeah, but no. It's not Clark Kent dropping his drawers. It's a supermoon.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, the strawberry moon, to be exact. And speaking of celestial events, I unfortunately missed the summer solstice on Sunday. I didn't realize it until someone pointed out that I was still wearing my spring T-shirt, jeans, and beret.
Oh.
What a fashion faux pas. I can't even tell you.
Nice.
Michael always wears that beret. You've got you're very, even when you were DJing back in the old days of the underground clubs in San Francisco, you always wore the beret, didn't you?
I do and did. And, I go to see the Giants, and I don't wear a Giants cap. I wear a beret, and I attach a little quad candlestick to it. Let me say, this week we saw one of the best pitchers duels of the season so far. The Giants' Kevin Gausman versus the Angels' Shohei Ohtani, who was amazing on the mound there. And he came to the Angels after a very impressive multi-year stint on the Nippon Ham Fighters in the Japanese Baseball League. That's right. The Angels stole Ohtani away from a team named the Ham Fighters.
Wow.
Nothing sounds kosher to me when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But you got to be excited about the series. A's-Giants series starts
Thrilled. Pac Bell Park, as I refuse to call it anything else. No, it's Oracle Park, and it's going to be full attendance. I am thrilled, to say the least. And we have new movies this weekend.
Yes,
which is
please,
exciting.
without any further delay. Please go ahead,
The week's
sir.
new movies offer up a little too much mediocrity and formula. I think I'm going to be watching those Giants games instead. But in all cases, the intent in the films was to keep on making something with a familiar element, the tried and the true, but little new or innovative. And only one of these movies really hit the spot, and there's not a prestige drama among them. It's pretty much genre movie a go-go. Let's kick it off with F9.
Oh, yeah.
Dom Torero and his band of merry motoring maniacs are back for the 9th official installment in the ongoing and perhaps never-ending Fast saga. At least that's what the producers are referring to, the numerous sequels to The Fast and the Furious. And they may not, they're not counting Hobbs and Shaw, the spinoff with Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson. But, here we go, F9. And, whatever you call it, it centers on noted thespian Vin Diesel. Yeah, and his character, Dom, daredevil driver, super agent, and muscled meathead. This guy has given up the Fast and Furious life so he can be with his girlfriend, played again by Michelle Rodriguez, in the boonies. And they're raising Dom's son by a previous Fast and Fury who died in a previous movie, so they're off the grid for the kid's protection. But though he tried to get out, they keep pulling him back in again. And this time it's because Dom's estranged brother, Jacob, and we've never heard about this guy or met him in any other Fast movie. He's teamed up with a sleazy rich boy, and they're using the skills of the previous Fast and Furious film's villain, played by no less than Charlize Theron, to get a hold of a secret device that will control companies and, of course, missile systems worldwide, all the computers. And so Jacob is introduced in an adult flashback from decades ago that tries to explain the brothers' conflict. But the grown-up Jacob is played by John Cena, who looks slightly more like Vin Diesel than I do. Anyway.
Yeah, that's an odd. Okay. All right.
All right. Many of the usual cast members are here. Jordana Brewster, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, etc. Some with more to do than others. And there are a couple of too brief cameos by actual performers. Anyway, at the screening I attended, audience...
How dare you?
Audience laughed.
I love Michelle Rodriguez. I love Jordana Brewster. And I'm sure that there are a bunch of people who like John Cena and Vin.
Yeah, maybe people aren't bringing their A game, they're bringing their Z game, or they're bringing their F game.
It's F9, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so at the screening I went to, audience laughter was frequent and not due to any great wit on screen. If the entries in this franchise are now meant to be comedies, okay, but we laughed at the sheer absurdity of what we were watching and the goal.
Is that right? The audience, you think, was laughing at it, not with it?
Well, look, I think the creators believe they're clever. I mean, there's ridiculous hyperbolic logic and physics-defying set pieces, very video game, and realized with the typical visual flair by director Justin Lin, but these laughable relationships and backstories and clumsy, cliched dialogue made me feel like all the elements of the previous Fast and Furious films were downloaded into some kind of million monkey typist script generator, and F9 was spat out. To be honest, I really liked Hobbs and Shaw and a few of the earlier films. But you know what? And I'm being kind here. What Moonraker was to the first three Sean Connery 007, a silly, noisy, expensive mess, is what this is to the better Fast and Furious films. And to quote Shakespeare, this slips the surly bonds of Earth. It actually sends a tricked-out race car into space. I know, spoiler alert, but I think the next movie, F10's probably going to head for the center of the Earth. And, if you're an astute moviegoer, Kong and Godzilla are waiting down there. This is only in theaters for now. F9,
seems as though you want to see F9 in the theater, though, if you're an F9er.
Yeah, if you like this stuff and you're ready to laugh and enjoy the set pieces, yeah, it's for you, but it's a crappy movie.
Okay.
Wow. I think that's the first time you've called a movie crappy.
It's not the first time. It's the first time he's used the word crappy, but he's many times called a movie crappy.
I checked with the FCC about this, by the way, and they said crappy was okay.
Yeah.
The tight and tidy and sharp horror comedy Werewolves Within is a movie that's meant to make you laugh for real, not with contempt, Anyway, and it does the job thanks to a very good cast led by Sam Richardson, who was hilarious as the eager-to-please political consultant on Veep and is funny and likable here as a forest ranger newly assigned to the small rural town of Beaverfield in the dead of winter. He plays off a bunch of very able comedic performers as local kooks, and especially against Milena Vaintrub. She's basically like, you know her as Lily, the AT&T sales girl on all those commercials.
Oh, yeah.
But Vaintrub, she's very cute and very spunky and a comedy natural. And she plays the local mail carrier who has a bit of instant romantic chemistry with the new ranger. A snowstorm is increasing in ferocity.
Wow.
The various wacky townspeople start freaking out. Power generators are falling. And it's a full moon. Could there be a ferocious monster?
Wow.
Girl, you just woo.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Werewolves Within covers similar terrain as last year's somewhat enjoyable low-budget mix of horror and humor, The Wolf of Snow Hollow. But for sheer laughs and general zaniness, Werewolves Within wins the battle of the hairy, toothy joke beasties. It's just got more bite. Anyway, Josh Rubin directed and did a really good job. And incidentally, this was scripted by Mishna Wolf. And though you wouldn't know it because of its wit, it's actually based on a video game. Werewolves Within is in theaters this weekend and available for streaming at all the usual outlets next Friday. So Amazon Prime, Google Play, iTunes, Vudu, etc.
All right. So what was the one last year you said it's kind of like the other werewolf?
The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
The Wolf of Snow Hollow. You saw that, Brett? Wolf of Snow Hollow?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, go ahead. What's
all right?
What's next?
Get ready, Brett. This is their time to shine, Brett. Okay. The Evil Next Door is a new haunted house movie from Sweden, but despite its foreign origins, it feels like the same stuff we've seen many times before in low-budget American horror movies, only more pedestrian and less scary. In fact, it cops from a variety of genre sources, even a take on a familiar bit from Asian horror movies. The story is set in a duplex purchased by a man who moves in with his girlfriend and the young son by his previous wife, who's now dead. Is it the same family situation as we had with Dom Toretto in F9? What the heck's going on here? That's really scary. Anyway, the other half of the duplex is empty. Or is it? Yeah. Bad things have happened there before, and they're going to happen again, although you may wish they didn't. Anyway, something is lurking and waiting to torment the newcomers and so on. By the way, Brett, guess what?
Is it based on a true story?
Yes, it is. It's based on a true story.
Are you serious? That's
I'm
awesome.
absolutely serious. Listen, in any case, the evil next door was no big deal. As far as I'm concerned, the real evil next door was Billy Connor, the 14-year-old bully from my old neighborhood who terrorized me and all my friends when we were kids. He was way ahead of this evil.
That's another story for another time.
Right. Anyway, it's in theaters today and available for streaming
So
via...
you don't particularly like the evil next door either.
Amazon Prime, Vudu, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango.
What else is mediocre that you can recommend?
Okay. Here's one that we can all watch.
We only have another minute or so.
Enough time for this. Good on Paper is the first feature film to spotlight stand-up comic Eliza Schlesinger.
Oh, she's very funny and charming and lovely. Please tell me you like this movie.
She wrote and stars in this film, and it's a story based on her own romantic foibles, and it isn't bad. In fact, she's very good with a sort of Kaylee Cuoco quality to her look and her timing. Mm-hmm. She's appealing. She's smart. She delivers some okay jokes. But this story about a working comedian on the rise who lives in L.A. and makes lame choices in her love life isn't terribly memorable. This character she plays, which again is, supposed
based
to be
on her. Yeah.
Right. She gets tired of going for the vapid, handsome Hollywood hunks and hooks up with a smart and attentive nerd working in finance. And meanwhile, she's trying to break into TV despite a very smug rival across all platforms. This actress is getting all the roles that are heroine once, and so she's bummed out. This reminded me of Amy Schumer's movie vehicle Trainwreck, only with a more likable lead in Schlesinger and, alas, fewer laughs. I mean, there's promise here. She's very good, but using the Seinfeld technique of mixing her stand-up into the plot as mini breaks forced an unfair comparison since her material and the story didn't match the quality of a middling episode of Jerry's series. Nice work from Margaret Cho, by the way, as our heroine's best friend. Kim Gatewood directed. It's not a waste of time. I just wanted more laughs. Available on Netflix.
Now, that is odd when you've got I think a breakthrough comic like that who's in something that they've written that doesn't have the laughs that you'd like. You know, it's not as funny as you'd like it to be.
That kind of bummed me out a little bit. But anyway, terribly appealing. Good things ahead for Eliza Schlesinger. And speaking of the Marina Times earlier, I so love the Sparks Brothers documentary, which I raved about last week. It's getting amazing reviews. It's only in theaters. And if you want to learn more about Sparks, my cover story on the current issue of the Marina Times will introduce a lot of the cool things about them.
I didn't know the Sparks Brothers until your review last week, and then I went online. It's fascinating, so I can't wait to read your piece. MarinaTimes.com.
Yeah, you can get it there.
And it's also in the old school paper version. The front page of the Marina Times has Michael's story, and there's another piece in there as well, I think, from you. I wanted to tell you, though, I was a little disappointed, because I was excited because of your Sparks Brothers documentary review last week. I mean, you raved about it. And as I say, you just opened my eyes to a whole other world. So Courtney and I get the bottle of wine, and we got the popcorn, and then we look around on Netflix, we look around on Amazon, we look around on Hulu, and it literally was nowhere.
Well, it's on its way. It'll eventually make it to streaming.
It's only in theaters.
And the movie they did where they wrote the script and all the music, and it stars Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard Annette, will be coming to Amazon Prime I believe in August. I believe so. In any event, you can see
Sparks Brothers will, but you can see it in the theater, and it'll all be coming. The again, Good on Paper is the Schlesinger movie you thought you wished it was a bit better. The Evil Next Door, based on a true story, you wish had been a little bit better. Werewolves Within, you wish had been a lot better.
No, Werewolves Within was you weren't paying attention. I really liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, that's of the four movies. That's the movie I liked.
You're right. I think I might have drifted during that.
Yeah, and all you heard was werewolves. Arr, arr, arr.
Oh my gosh! And then finally, F9 had a lot of people, but just missed you.
I am not saying F you to F9. I am saying instead.
Yes, I love the cast of F9. I don't know. I'll see the movie, but I love everybody in it. So. Michael, you are delightful to come on Fridays. We look forward to your next visit next Friday. Until then, we'll read you in the Marina Times. And bye-bye, Michael.
All right, see you, Michael.
Michael Snyder.